Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a blessed Sunday. And in the news this morning, skeletal remains found in Portmore, believed to be that of UTech students. Police say skeletal remains found at a beach in Portmore, St. Catherine on Saturday are believed to be that of University of Technology student Anissa Dilworth, who was reported missing on Wednesday, May 7. According to the St. Catherine South Police, about 11:30 a.m. on Saturday, they were alerted to the discovery of skeletal remains at the beach and went to investigate. While formal identification is pending forensic analysis, investigators believe the remains belong to Dilworth based on evidence found at the scene, the cops said. The commanding officer for St. Catherine South, Superintendent Leighton Gray, had earlier told the news that he could not confirm that the body the police found was that of Dilworth and that the body, which he said was small in stature, was unlikely to be that of the missing student. The investigation into the circumstances surrounding Dilworth's disappearance and the discovery of the remains is ongoing. Detectives are currently pursuing several leads, the police said. An in-drive taxi operator has been detained and is being questioned in connection with the student's disappearance. The JCF is urging anyone with information that could assist in the investigation to contact the Criminal Investigations Branch at 876-929-9256, Crime Stop at 311, the National Intelligence Bureau at 811, or the nearest police station. St. Andrew businessman charged with assault of nurse caught on video. A 65-year-old St. Andrew businessman has been slapped with multiple charges following a viral video that purportedly showed him beating a nurse in a road rage incident in the parish earlier this week. He has been identified as Robert Bell of a St. Andrew address. Bell has been charged with assault occasioning bodily harm, assault with intent to cause a grievous bodily harm, assault at a common law, possession of a firearm with intent to commit a first schedule offense, and the possession of a firearm with intent to cause injuries. The charges were laid against the Bell on Saturday. Reports from the police are that on Tuesday, May 13, about 7:15 p.m., the nurse was on her way to work when her vehicle was impeded by a vehicle driven by Bell. A dispute ensued between the two individuals, during which the woman was physically assaulted. A video of the incident that went viral on social media Thursday night shows a man brutally assaulting the nurse, including stomping on her head. A report was made to the police, and Bell was subsequently apprehended and taken into custody, where he was formally charged. His firearm was also seized. His court date is being finalized. Men charged for alleged theft of copper wires to return to court May 30. 3 of 4 men charged with the theft of copper wires from utility company Flow were remanded when they appeared in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Friday. The 4th man was granted $200,000 bail. Those charged are Desmond McCoy, Nicholas Sterling, Trevon Henry, and Reno Prendergast. When the matter was mentioned, Judge Yvette Wentworth Miller granted bail to Prendergast on condition that he lives in Bogwalk while the matter is active in court. The investigating officer told the court that more time was needed to complete the file on the others. As such, they were remanded until May 30. The court was told that on May 14, the police were on patrol in Winterspan when the men were held burning copper wires. They were arrested and subsequently charged with larceny. Relatives of man washed away in Sandy Gully, desperate to find him. A family is clinging to hope that they will be reunited with their loved one who was swept away by floodwaters in the Sandy Gully on Friday. Relatives and friends spent Saturday searching for 32-year-old Chad Allen. Althea Wright remains traumatized by her last sight of her grandson being carried away by the flood and shouting frantically for help and the fact that nobody was able to rescue him. She said the Doheny Park Police was contacted, but that officers there are denying that claim. The Jamaica Fire Brigade was also contacted, she said, but so far their search has not yielded any result. She is still appealing for more assistance to find her grandson.
And I just somebody was calling me, said, they called me Charming as petting him. Charming, I'm going to wash so when I run out now, running down from the side, I see him down in the gully, and he was sitting up him, and I was like he was saying to tell me, Granny, help me. And I did this and nothing more of him. I would call the Doheny Park Police, they said they didn't get any report, I don't know. I would call the fire brigade, but when the fire brigade man come yesterday, they said they were still searching. And I know don't somebody come, went to the park this morning, we make a complaint, and we still don't see nobody come. We take the our own, so we are search for him, because we don't understand the God, because we have to find him naked, him now have no clothes. I'm a grandson, I'm a love so much, and we have to find him. So I want somebody to help me.
Tufton and the Dawes condemn attack on nurse. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton and his opposition counterpart, Dr. Alfred Dawes, have both condemned Tuesday's violent assault of a nurse along the Mount Friendship Road in St. Andrew. Arising from the incident, Tufton appealed for the population to respect the service of healthcare workers.
I urge all of us to recognize the importance of our healthcare workers, the essential nature of the service they provide, the fact that they have to be on the roads at all hours, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that we provide the support that is required of them to get to work on time and to help them to achieve the life-saving purpose for which they were trained and that they are committed to. Again, I condemn this act and hope that the consequences of those actions demonstrate in the full extent why this is unacceptable.
Dr. Dawes characterized the brutal assault as a reminder of the lawlessness and the growing disregard for human life that continues to erode public safety. He welcomed the swift response of the St. Andrew North Police and the Firearm Licensing Authority. The savage attack caught on video showed the nurse being deliberately knocked to the ground and stomped on by a man who held a handgun while doing so. The incident took place while the nurse was on her way to work. A St. Andrew businessman has been arrested and charged by the police on Saturday. Dr. Dawes said he stands in solidarity with the nurses in their call for greater protection. The nurse was treated at the hospital and released.
We cannot treat these incidents as just another headline. We must confront this culture of violence head-on, especially when it affects our women and children. I am expressing solidarity with the Jamaica Nurses Association and the entire healthcare community, many of whom have been calling for greater protection amid growing threats of violence both inside and outside the workplace. We stand with our nurses, we stand with our women. Healthcare workers should never, ever have to fear for their lives simply trying to get to work.
The Nurses Association of Jamaica plans a march against the violent attack on Monday.